Resident Evil 2 RPD, the demo on PC. Good news, I was able to play this game at 720p. I got mostly 60 frames a second out of it. But I want to show you this. This demo includes a very interesting series of options here. But here's the fun. In fact, the game actually tells you here's how much this how much VRAM you'll probably need to run this game. Notable because I got a 6 GB video card here. It's a Geforce 3050. If you're playing on a laptop, I know things are a bit dicier here. But here's where things get interesting. Let's say you want to play the game at a lower resolution, like 720p. This game goes down to 480. In fact, let me see how low it goes. Yeah, this game goes down to VGA, dog. And what's really cool about it is you can see the graphics memory right there underneath the line in the middle of the screen. It shows you how much of memory you're using on your video card, which is amazing. Because if you're like me and you have sort of a low spec, this is a low spec desktop setup, if I'm being honest. I only have 4 cores in here, 12 gigs of RAM, but it's only got 6 gigabytes on the video card, and people start to plot when they start seeing video cards that don't have a lot of VRAM on it. We're going to be playing this game at 1080p. Because I was playing at 720p earlier, everything was on low, and I was getting nearly 60 frames a second. You can see I'm not putting a whole lot of, strain on the video RAM, so that's good. You can lower the rendering mode. Actually, you can lower the image quality. I think that's for, what would you call that? I guess you could call that like dynamic resolution scaling or super scaling if you want to get fancy with it. We're not going to do anything like that for this video. Maybe in a future video, but not now. Rendering mode. Interlaced or progressive. I'm astonished they even allow you to play a game in interlaced resolutions. But you can see it uses up less video RAM. Uses up less video memory, so it's kind of like the PS2 days, I guess. You play games, you use interlaced rendering, like 1080i gives you 60 frames a second, but it's interlaced. It's not progressive. But of course, not all TVs are good at displaying interlaced graphics. DX12 or 11? We're going with 11 for this video. We'll try DX12 later. Why would I use DX12? I don't know. Maybe it cleans up some of the... It depends on your drivers. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Lock it to 60. Lock it to 30. You can let it ride. I guess if you want to be like that. That might be useful for people who got those fancy VRR monitors. We aren't going to worry about that. I got anti-aliasing set for FXAA. What's really cool about it is you can look at how different images will look with temporal anti-aliasing on. You could throw in the FXAA on top of that, which is probably what a Switch port would do. I don't think this game ever came out on the Switch. SMAA, which is supposed to be a higher quality, which is supposed to be a sharper look. Or you can just turn it off. Like if you just don't give a crap, just turn it off. But it's not supposed to really cost anything in terms of video RAM. It's just how much processing power are you eating up by doing all the anti-aliasing. We'll do FXAA for this video because it's basically free. Texture quality, you can go low, medium, high. You can set it for wow, dude. That's gonna be a problem. So we're not gonna do that. Why would you set everything turned up as high as you want? I got it set for 0 because I don't give a crap. Texture filter quality. We can go low, you can go high up to 16x. We're not going to worry about any of that. But again, this is pretty nice. For a demo that you can play offline, this is pretty good for like tweaking your setup. Let's see, mesh quality, low, medium, high. That probably eats some of your CPU cycles. It's not affecting my VRAM. Shadow quality, you can go medium. You can set it to max. You can see how sharp those shadows are. But look at how much memory you're eating just by saying that the shadows that high. It's absurd. And I would argue it's not much better than high. See, I'm turning them on medium because I don't care about shadows in video games. But again, this is mainly just it's a performance check. Contact shadows. Yeah, that's cool. You can see the shadows on the file folders and inside the box. Wild. Screen space reflections. Puddle gate. Cute, but we don't want to take the hit to performance. Subsurface scattering. How good could this possibly look at 1080p. Maybe at 4K you start to notice stuff like this. I don't see the point of it. In cutscenes, it probably matters, but I can't imagine it mattering during combat. Volumetric lighting off. I'm not opposed to that. If you want to save a little bit of memory. Particle lighting quality. You know, want to have the fireflies, ambient occlusion, SSAO in certain areas, SSAO on everything. Looks good, but again, I don't want to pay for it in terms of performance. Bloom, on or off. Nice effect. Don't care. Lens flare, on or off. Do we lose anything with it? I don't know if we lose anything. Motion blur, on or off. I'm going off for this video. I might turn it on later. I just think I want the video to be as clean as possible, which means choppiness if needed. Depth of field. Behind Leon's head. See the blur? It's a nice effect, but we're gonna cut it off for performance reasons. Lens distortion, on or off. Interesting effect, actually. You could turn it on with a chromatic aberration. I don't know why. Maybe it's supposed to look better. I'm not going to use the lens distortion. Film noise. I want a cleaner image, so I'm going to leave that off. So yeah, very good set of options here for a demo. So I can tweak things. I'm not going to tweak things too much. I'm definitely not going to do it for this video. But the whole point was to see if I can get 60 frames a second and see which features are the most demanding. It's not true of every video game, obviously. Like some video games let me put it this way. Some video games will have less expensive visual effects. Like some video games, if you set them on low, they still look good. This game still looks decent. This is a game that runs on an Xbox One. It should run on my laptop. It should run on my PC at 1080p. But the reason why I got this desktop with this video card is so I can play. Ostensibly, I should be able to play PlayStation 5 games like Forspoken. There's a demo for Forspoken. There's a demo for Wo Long, The Fall, and Destiny. Those are I know that Forspoken's a PS5 game. You know, it's a current gen game. This is a game from the previous generation. It just looks and runs better on more powerful hardware. Yeah, like the lip sync and the character animation might not look amazing in 10 years. But this is at 1080p. This game still looks decent. It still looks very good, I think. So again, I have everything set to low just to see how the game holds up, and it seems to hold up pretty well at this resolution. So it works surprisingly well. I mean, you can still, what do you call that? Stippling? You can still see some of the pixelization on, the hair, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff you expect at this visual setting. If you played Tomb Raider back in the day, the remake of Tomb Raider, hair physics were insane. The Witcher 3, I think, had the same problem. Hair physics were ridiculous. Oh, we can store stuff here. Okay, I had no idea. We have a map. I played this game on the Xbox One on this channel when it launched. I've again, spoiler alert, disclaimer, I don't like these kinds of games. I don't like these very deliberately paced, bloody zombie games. I just find them stultifying. Like, these games are just boring to me, and they're creepy and they're effective in a lot of ways. I just find them boring. I was willing to give Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation Classic a chance. I played that game 3 times longer than I thought I would, because I was running for the exit like about an hour into it. I'm like, there's literally a zombie around the corner that I know is there, and I can't shoot it because it's a narrative beat. So stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's like I know there's someone around the corner, but I can't peek around the corner because it's a top-down game from 1995 with pre-rendered graphics and backgrounds. There are zombies up. I'm in the staircase. And I can see the zombie right on the top of the staircase, and I can't shoot it because the game won't let me point my gun and aim it at a zombie that's on another level, like it's Zelda 3 or something. It's just, again, if you like these games, I can understand why. I don't like horror games generally because they're just really bad action games. Most of them are just poorly designed action games that are meant to like take away the power fantasy so that you're supposed to feel creeped out constantly. If I want to be scared, I'll play Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo, which is not amazing, but that was a frame rate hitch there. That frame rate hitch was not there on the at 720p. So that's unfortunate. I'm capturing in 720p. Okay, so we're gonna go through this. You can run with the left stick, but whatever. Again, this is a research stream. It's a performance check. So I wasn't able to lock 60 at this resolution, but I can play this game at 768p and lock it at 60. I mean, you can run this game at 30 if you want. I mean, the console versions run at 30. And remember, it's a creepy game. You don't need to run a game like this like 60, do you? You might not be able to see it at the top left-hand corner of the screen, but yeah, the frame rate's dipping every now and then. It might be because I'm downloading stuff in the background. I'm downloading a few more demos. I can't adjust this, but we'll get to that. Again, very good lighting effects here. So you can lock this game to 30 at 1080p pretty easily, I would argue. And the game still looks decent on low. All the settings are turned down to low. The game looks just fine. So you can make the game look a lot better if you want. Again, I was able to run it at 720p. So if you're willing to play this on like a smaller screen, I think you'll be fine. I'm playing this on a 40-incher. It's probably a bad move on my part. Is this a 50-inch? I can never remember. Is this a 50-inch or a 40-inch screen? It's like 43, I think. We'll combine these. We're hoarding bullets. We're never going to use them. And I don't have a gun yet. I'll hold down the left trigger to aim down the sights. We're not going to talk about Resident Evil 4. I already did a whole video about Resident Evil 4 and the PlayStation 4. I'm still mad about that game. Even though I played quite a bit of it when it launched. It's like, you know what? I've come to the conclusion this game is just bad, but it looks very good. Should be able to move this. Just hold the button. Again, I'm not... Look, your opinion on Resident Evil games is valid. It's just, whatever. I just find them boring. We're going in the ladies' room. Ugh. Girl, do not go in there. Wait, can I look? There's nothing in here? Nothing in here. I think it was cute they would have the Tupperware containers there. For what reason, I don't know. And the men's room's just down, right? Barricaded. That's amazing. So yeah, I think this game looks pretty good at low. So I could play this game at 720p on a smaller screen. It would look perfectly fine. Can't shoot it off. Someone's popping off explosives, unfortunately. Here we go. Can open that one. Yeah. Avert your eyes, children. No, we're just gonna skip it. Flip pages. How do we get out? So we need 3 medallions from the goddess statue. No, we need 3 medallions in the goddess statue that we saw earlier, which leads to an elevator to... yeah, sure. Video games. So we're basically in the Resident Evil mansion. We're gonna escape the Resident Evil mansion. Just get the medallions. This probably is a clue to the order. Because why just explain it? We're going to the main hall. Someone's on the other side of this door, right? Yep, someone's on the other side of the door. Bye! Ow! Bastard. Again, it's one of these kinds of games. I don't remember how I got here. A map would be not crap. This is the game we're supposed to shoot. Ah! My aim sucks. I don't have a knife, so I gotta get out. I gotta get out. The bullets are here. The bullets are here to be wasted. Let's be honest. I'm out. Again, you can't dodge. You can't kick. It's like Resident Evil 4. It's like you have the ability to kick, but but it's context sensitive. So you're wasting bullets or you're dodging enemies because in Resident Evil 4, if you're speed running, the easiest way to survive is to just avoid enemies entirely. Because you can't rely on your ability to use melee attacks to get them off your case. You can't kick people like you would in that game. You can press a button if an enemy gets close enough, and you can kick them. Like you do a little spin kick on them, and it knocks them down instantly. But it's not. You can't do it reliably. So you have to use your knife, but you have to aim the knife, and then when the enemy's on the ground, you have to point the knife at the ground, and then slash slash your knife on the zombie that's on the ground. So you waste time doing that. It's like everything about Resident Evil 4's controls is just incredibly cumbersome. This game is probably a little bit better than that because obviously in Resident Evil 2 they were stuck in that old school Resident Evil 1 tankbot system. I still haven't played Resident Evil 2 to this day because I hated Resident Evil 1 so much. So Resident Evil 2 is supposed to be the better game. It's supposed to be the best game in the series as I recall until Resident Evil 4 came out. And it made such a huge deal when Resident Evil 2 dropped. It was such a massive deal. The N64 got a port that it probably shouldn't even have. The game shouldn't even have run on a PlayStation, on a Nintendo 64, obviously. But they made a bunch of concessions. They did a bunch of compression. But it was a port that was reasonably well. That was reasonably well handled on the Nintendo 64, and of course, the Nintendo 64 was made for real 3D. Was made for real-time 3D rendering without all the clipping that the PlayStation 1 had. But there was the whole thing of, the floaty, swimmy textures, made you look like you were drunk. But in Resident Evil 1 and 2, as I recall, most of the graphics were pre-rendered, so compressing those to a somewhat large Nintendo 64 cartridge was not easy, but it was doable. But Resident Evil 2 was not the kind of game that really took advantage of the Nintendo 64's hardware capabilities. Like first-person shooters, yeah. Platformers, yeah, but not like top-down, you know, pre-rendered, action, not top-down games with pre-rendered cutscenes and pre-rendered graphics, because those things take up a lot of memory. So a game like Final Fantasy VII used a lot of pre-rendered backgrounds. So we would have had to make a lot of concessions to get that to run on a Nintendo 64 because it needed 3 discs to play Final Fantasy VII. So hold down hold down the left bumper to get your knife out. We can actually cut this tape now. I find it hard to believe that there was nothing on my person that could have cut through that before I got the knife. Yes, we got the knife behind him. I don't think the handcuffs. I don't think the handcuffs would have. I don't think you can cut through those with handcuffs. But I'm pretty sure he could have picked something up that would have cut through that tape, whatever. Do I have any typewriter ribbons? Not gonna store anything yet. Later, but not yet. So we didn't turn on the fancy shadows, so we can't see the shadows on the file folders here, which is kind of hilarious. Again, if you're into this, this seems to be a good one of these. I'm not into these, so I don't find it particularly persuasive either. But it's got to be better than the original PlayStation 1 game, which I said I'm never going to play it unless I can somehow maybe if they re-release it in some form, which they did, but they actually completely remade it. Hold on. Y, RB, there we go. So we can see all these files if we need to. So we'll get into a more, again, I just don't like having to deal with this combat. It's just a frustrating thing. And again, I'm going to have to try to whack people with my knife. We'll see how it goes. Hope I didn't miss anything from that zombie room that we just ran out of. But again, it's very claustrophobic. You know, lots of clutter, blocking doors. You know, it's a modern video game. That's how we do things. Again, in 10 years, I think this game will still look pretty good on low. But people will complain about, the level. Here we go. People will complain about the level of detail or whatever. People will complain about the models. Like I said, the texture quality on the suit. You can kind of see some of the what would you call that? It's like some interference. Like it looks kind of schmeary. At least on my TV, it does. On the recording, remember we're downsampling this to 720p, so there might be a bit more noise than there would be otherwise. But taking a 1080p image and recording it at 720p might save me some stuff. I want to say that Skyrim's been kind of problematic to record at 1080p because I think I'm adding so much detail in the foliage and stuff that I would argue it's just too hard to. Yeah, it's just too hard. I think the capture device is having problems keeping up with all the details, so it just goes nuts. Okay, did I say I was going to skip this? Like I said, game looks good for 1080. The game looks good for 1080p. On low, it still looks pretty good. Okay, how did that even happen? Anyway, sorry, we're moving along. I wasn't supposed to linger on that crap. Can't get in there. Can't shoot the lock. Remember, I got my knife for close encounters. And I can't use this. There's a light in one of these rooms. Well, can't go out yet. Well, there's an open door, but I can't go through it. Yeah, why should I be able to go through the door? Can I cut this? No reason to, I guess. Zombies will probably come through there at some point. Okay, fine. Cut him off at the legs. That took a while. Not dead. Oh, you son of a... I hate these games. I really hate these games. Just... Oh, and it broke! The knife broke. And I can't get the knife out until I defeat the enemy. You're not supposed to shoot the enemies. You're really supposed to run away from them. Should I get the knife out? Yeah, but there's a damage system. So it's like Dead Island, only lamer. I hate these games. You're not supposed. You can't defend yourself. First of all, you don't ever have enough bullets to kill. The enemies are totally spongy, so you're not supposed to shoot them with bullets because you eat up a bunch of bullets. You're not supposed to. You can't use your knife either because your knife doesn't do enough damage. It's like so you're supposed to run away from zombies, but the spaces are so tight you can't really dodge them. You have no real mobility, so you can't really move that quickly. Just again, it's just everything about this game. I mean, I'm not even talking about like a bad stealth action game like Last of Us. I can shoot it off. Guess I can't. But it's like games like Last of Us is just a bad stealth action game. But this is a game where it's like you can barely even move. Like I don't even know why I bother. It's popular. That doesn't mean anything to me, in my opinion. Okay, I gotta run past that dude. Let's see if we can run past him. So let's see if we can dodge this guy. Right, another one. Can we go up the stairs? So bust through in a second. He's dead. I'll take the... Probably gonna follow me, so we'll see how it goes. Oh. Yeah, like I said, the knife's gonna run out of the knife's gonna break. Gimme. That herb can't be used as is, but we combine with other things for reasons. Shoot him in the crotch. Headshot. Headshot. Down goes Frazier. I hate these games. I really hate these games. Can't do. I don't have a wrench. I'll read an FAQ. I don't know. So I have to shut that off so I can get through here, I bet. Oh, of course. Get bent. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. Screw this game. I like being scared. I like Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo, actually. I just don't like this crap. What, no more zombies in the locker? Watch there be a zombie on the other side of this door. And there's no 180 to return, is there? Ah, crap. I shot you in the face! Okay, enough. Let's try to run away. Reload while we're running away with the X button. I shot you twice in the face! I hate this game. Let's try and get around these narrow corridors, try to dodge people. I can't punch them, I can't kick them, I have no mobility. It's just... I got a key. Don't remember what the key's for. Probably another zombie over here. I called it. Okay, that was messed up. Not in the mood. Gunpowder. Let me combine this with the red thing. Health and recovery. I understand. First aid spray would be nice. Combine with the red herb to fully restore my health. That herb. So what are we grabbing here? Gunpowder. Combine 2 of these to great handgun ammo. I only have 1. So I got shotgun ammo that I can't even use. I'm gonna have to put that in storage, I bet. Because why should the cop have any pockets on this person? Like he can't like stuff it down his pants or something, I guess. There's gonna be someone here. I hate this game. Hip pouch. So I can carry more. I needed that. Like I said, can't put it down my pants. Some guy's scribblings. Darn these corpos. Gimme. C4. Can't do anything with it yet. There's supposed to be someone here. Let's see, but give me the more bullets. Might as well use the gun. I want to say bullets are randomly allocated to you based on how many you've used. I want to say, like I want to say there's some kind of there's some kind of system where the game gives you more bullets if you're running out, but you're not supposed to defeat zombies with bullets. You're supposed to run away from them, which again is driving me nuts. 20 survivors. And they can hear. So they're blind, but they can hear, which means if I run or shoot, they'll come running. We already went that way. Here? Nope, got nothing. Well, I can shoot him from here at least, unlike the first game. 2. Guess he's just concussed. Again, I hate this game. I can finish him off with my knife, but I don't want to waste the durability of the knife. Ah! You know what? Screw you. I hate this. Because I'm supposed to stun them and then run away. I already went here. I hate this game. Can't go that way. Don't know the. I guess I have to run all the way back to the. I can't save my game either, so I need to run all the way back to the typewriter, and I don't even have a ribbon. Just pile frustration on frustration. Just a parade. Yeah, I got wooden boards. Could these possibly be for? I'll take those. Gunpowder combined with those. Got more bullets. So that means we can go over here and combine them here. This is more than I played of the original Xbox One game, as I recall. Well, there was also an opening that took place in a gas station that's not here in the demo. Blue and red strengthens one's constitution. Happy Eastern Orthodox Juneteenth, by the way. Again, I have no typewriter ribbons, because why should I be able to save the game whenever I feel like it? Storage area. I really don't want to use these, but here we go. I got boards. Stove. Got green herb. I want the key card for some reason. I can keep this. I don't have any of these. I don't have a shotgun, so whatever. Knife's half dead. I hope that storage unit can be accessed from anywhere in the building, and I bet it won't. So I can put the flashlight away. Amazing. We'll probably find something to do with that later. Or can we combine both of these? I want to say I don't think I played nearly as much of the Xbox One version as I have here. Can't combine those two. I'm in the caution level, so I'm willing to take another hit to the face. Yeah, sure, dog. So anything else? Yeah. Maybe I wish I could sharpen my knife, or maybe just. Can I steal a knife? Are there any sharp implements here I can steal? Of course not. Why should there be anything useful in a horror game? This isn't Dead Right. This isn't Dead Rising. You can't just affix, spikes to a bat and make a spiked bat. Where am I going? Darkroom sink. So I can't do anything at this point. I haven't gone this way yet. Okay, so I guess I'm going this way. But there's someone around the corner. Nope, that guy should be dead. One hopes. We'll see how it goes. Hold on. SSAO on these servers, I guess. Don't know the locker number. It's like an Amazon setup. So if I want that, I gotta enter in the number. Okay. I want to say I did come here before. This gunpowder can be used. Oh, I got another knife. Okay, that's good. So I can enter the number to get those items. Oh, I got film. 106. More bullets. I'm curious how many I can hoard. Shotgun bullets. 12. Uh-oh. Okay, we got a problem. They're gonna bang on the door. Key card. Use. I knew it. I hate this game. Shoddy. Not yet. What do I need? I need that backpack. That's a 206. 203. He'll get back up eventually, probably. What do you know? The buttons don't work. Oh my god. I hate this game. Despise this game. Is there anything here I actually want, like bullets, I suppose? Not those bullets, like regular bullets, or gunpowder would be fine. See, he got back up. Screw you. I'm blowing his freaking head off. Yay, I got film. Kino alert. Despise this game. I hate it. I hate so many things about it. More specifically, the thing that just happened. Just so like, don't stick around here, obviously. But I mean, just piles frustration on frustration. Did I get rid of the key card? I'm gonna end this video pretty soon. Yeah, I lost the key card because I opened the door, so I don't need the key card anymore. So that freed up some space. So I can combine these. I can combine these the shotgun bullets from the other room. Ugh. Fine. I can't deposit anything in here though, right? Yeah. What happens if I discard this? So I can't be recovered. No. So I don't want to discard it because I'll lose it. Why should I be able to just place something on the table and come back and get it? He's not up yet. So I gotta get back to the storage room because the game won't let me store anything in here. Although you can technically call this a storage room. I can store my gun here, but the reason you store things is so you can pick them back up again, right? They locked that behind. So how do I fix the buttons? I can't fix the buttons, can I? It's just some BS. Some freaking BS. Turn around. That can't be good. That's not good. At least he's still down. Just a second. Freaking video game. Down he goes. He's a lot bigger than this boy. Than his colleague. Turn around. Why are some doors blue and some doors, I don't know. Completely searched or still searching is interesting. Something down here? Loot. Oh, well. Might as well hoard as many bullets as we can. Unlike Last of Us, am I right? Is that a one-way door? That might be a one-way. I'm gonna have to go all the way around to get to the operations room. Let's see what's going on. That sounds like a one-way door. Yeah, that was a one-way door right over here. Where was it? Was it a window? Oh, it's a window. Okay, so that was a window that got me in here. So it's a one-way window. Because it dropped me out the top. That makes sense. Again, I don't mind the mazes. I just don't like not being able to like dodge. I know it sounds weird to complain about that, but it's like I like mobility in video. Okay, screw this. Dude got back up. I'm probably gonna run. Oh, I can't go this way. Oh, I have to go through the reception hall. Gosh darn it. So that door is locked. Oh, so I have to go to the reception room. Oh, okay, okay. We're gonna leave. We'll figure it out. Out the way. Screw you. I went the wrong way. I can't get to the reception room. I gotta go down the stairs. Go down the stairs. Can't go down the stairs. So I have to go up the stairs. So I can't get back to the reception room? Yeah, it's blocked, right? Yeah, it was blocked, so now I can't. Well, there's a storage room here. That's probably what I need. I need a storage room. Darn it. Not going this. Okay, we're gonna come back later. Let me save my stuff. But I don't have a typewriter ribbon, so I gotta do all this all over again. Oh, shit. Enough. Got more rhymes than this cops in a Dunkin' Donut shop. Turn around. And he's still dead. So that's good. Still mad. Was there a storage area here? No, I'm in the wrong area. I need to go to the dark room. Sorry. I hate this game. It could grow on me. The structure is fine, but it's structured around all this nonsense. It's structured around all this, you know. Ugh, jeez. And he's down. He'll get back up. Don't worry. Yeah, they're popping on. Yeah, the fireworks are popping. So he'll get back up and chase me. I'm just gonna get mad again. So I have the film. Yeah, I'll use the film in a second. Let me store some of this other crap. Not storing it. So that was a waste of time. So let me use the film. Or do I need chemicals? Okay. Sounds amazing. So I developed the film, so it took up less space in my inventory. Still mad. So when are we getting those drone light shows to replace fireworks so the dogs and the dogs and the army vets don't get scared constantly by them? I mean, I live here and I still don't like the fact that everything's popping off. Yeah, I can't save my game. We're gonna end this video. I can't be the least bit interested in playing any more of this right now. Seems like a decent amount of content. Probably got a couple hours of content in this demo, but no, it's not my thing. And I can't quit out of it, which is weird, but I just can't quit out of it. Um, this is not my thing, but it does a fantastic job of showing you how your it does a fantastic job of giving you the tools you might be able to use to kind of tweak your setup. So that'll be very interesting. I guess I'll muck around with the Direct 12 version because this is a modern video card. So the game should look a little bit better with DX12. I don't know if it gives you better performance. I want to say some games give you slightly better performance with certain visual effects if you use DX12 because it's basically just it's a kind of I guess it's a kind of management. It's a kind of memory management. You know, some tools are just more efficient in DX12 than in DX11, or maybe they just look better. I don't know. Okay, so everything was on low. I think we're holding 60 most of the time, except for a couple of spots. This video will be the proof. And we're not going to do interlaced. Again, you can super sample or reduce the image quality, which means you can basically put this in a 4K image and maybe reduce the image quality to 720p. Like for instance, we can go 1440p here with a 50% image quality, and that will give us a resolution. That should give us a display resolution of 720p. So it scales better on my screen. And we'll just test that out before we end the video. Yeah, it's a 1440p image on my television screen, but the display resolution is 720p. So it does look kind of fuzzy, and you can see probably doesn't yet. You can see some of the jaggies. So we're upscaling a 720p image to 1440p. We can get even dumber than that. Like I could probably go outside and do a better chuck. I just don't want to get attacked by zombies. But this is how you get slightly better performance usually in certain situations. So you fill up your TV screen so that you get lower input latency because it just displays better. So if we go 4K, we won't have to worry about the scale, the upscaler being used on this TV. So let's do a quick check before we end the video. So we can go 4K. We'll keep that. So it's a 1080p render that's being upscaled to 4K, but it fills my screen. Let me do a quick check. Image check. Yeah, we're going 2160. See, it's 4K on my TV screen, upscale from 1080p on the render. So instead of setting the resolution to 1080p and then letting my TV upscale it to 4K, I'm feeding a 4K image to the TV, but the game is spitting out 1080p and upscaling it to 4K, so the TV might give you. Sometimes some TVs do a better job at doing a native resolution. I think text looks a bit cleaner. So I don't know if this looks cleaner than a 1080p image upscaled to 4K on my screen, but you see what's happening with the image quality of the recording that I'm making. So we're gonna end this video. So what's a reasonable way to play this game? Let's go 1440p, but I'll keep the resolution native. So we'll keep it native. We can also lower it if we have to. Maybe make it 1280. We should be able to hold 30, if not 60. At 1440p on low, I guess we'll be fine. This game looks pretty good at 1440p, even on low. So on this TV, at 1440p with everything on low, it looks pretty good. Props. Yeah, I'm going to say this game looks better at 1440p on low than it does at 1080p. On medium, maybe on medium it looks a bit better at 1080p. But on this TV, yeah, 1440p just looks better. Yeah. Oh, it's a 1440p image, but it's 4K on the TV screen, so it's still getting upscaled. But that's fine. If I set to 1080p, the TV's gonna render at 1080p. So that's interesting. So I'm curious if the input latency doesn't seem to be significantly different. Remember, it's a very heavy game. So we can't go through the operations room. And I can't go down here through the records room. So I would have to take the stairs, then go around that way, it looks like. Yeah, because I can't go this way. Yeah, blocked. They barricaded it, for the zombie apocalypse. Or for the insurrection. Have I been here before? This will not go well. He's going to wake up and attack me, isn't he? Gunpowder? Powder? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Shotgun shells, gunpowder, and high-grade gunpowder. Mags. Different guns require different ammo. Pay attention to where combining things. Yeah. Why do brothers push pounds of powder? Why did they knock down the towers? Why are you around them cowards? I heard that. Spade door. I have a key. Yoink! Give me the loot! So is the door permanently unlocked now? Sup? Oh, I love that laptop. Yeah, that's a 2004 laptop, dog. Probably 98. So really, yeah, the Black Lieutenant. People of a certain age will know that trope, but anyway. Thank you for playing. Woo! No. So basically, I should have explored the top floors to see what was there, but I couldn't save my game. But yeah, I think you could get a couple of hours of playing time out of this demo if you're feeling so inclined. I think what is it? I think you could. We can't save your game, but I'm pretty sure if you explore the top floors, you might be able to get some slightly better. You might be able to eke out a bit more content out of this. That's not 60 frames a second, but anyway. Yeah, this is not my thing. I've already called it. Nope. We are not buying this game. Resident Evil 2 runs well on this desktop. It's a low spec desktop, like I said. Okay, low spec. 4 cores, 3.2 gigahertz. So again, this PC is a quad core i5, I believe. 3.2 gigahertz. It's got 12 gigs of RAM, 3 RAM sticks in there, 2133 megahertz, 6 gigabyte. Geforce 3050 playing this game with no external power, no auxiliary power needed. Like I've mentioned in the past, I had to pull out the USB 3 ports, the front US 3 ports for this desktop had to be removed from the motherboard so I could shove the video card in here. So I'm slightly annoyed by that, but I have like a dozen USB 3 ports on this thing. Recorded this with my Plantronics headset with the Windows 10 Education laptop, capturing this footage at 60 frames a second. It was only 720p, but you saw the different resolutions I was using. I got 60 frames a second most of the time on low settings. That's actually not bad. This is a quad-core Celeron laptop, like 1.1 gigahertz. The J5 Create 4K UHD box was passing the image through to my 4K set, but of course it was capturing the footage at 720p so I can get a lock, or at least so I can keep track of how many frames. I was trying to keep track of the performance. So if we didn't drop any frames during the capture, then we got 60 frames a second most of the time, and that's good. The game, however, not the least bit interested. Played the demo. I played the game when it launched on the Xbox One. It gets better, but it's really just frustrating. Not touching this one. On clearance, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it on PC either. But on clearance, maybe I'm willing to sample it in about 5 years on a newer console. But no, this is not my thing. What am I going to play instead? Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo, I guess. Skyrim has its moments. Deus Ex, but it's not really that kind of game, but enough. Resident Evil 2 demo, totally free on Steam as of 2024.